As you can see from the title below, we are going to be installing Amazon oil catch can. Yeah.
Oh my god. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can see in the title down below, we're going to be installing an Amazon oil catch can on the M3 today. If you saw my previous video, is part of the top 5 things you can buy for your E46 M3 under $30. I'll put a link to it right there. But basically it's going to be doing the same job as a $300 oil catch can would, but for 25 bucks plus a couple dollars, because we're going to upgrade the hoses that it comes with. But first, before we do all that, we're going to be doing some things to the red wagon today, mainly just cleaning it up. As you can see, like, it's covered in ash from all the fires in California right now, but we're just going to be doing little repairs as far as like this fabric on the pillars and little things just to clean it up, because pretty soon we're going to be putting this up for sale. So if you are interested or looking for an E46 wagon in this color, in this grade of condition, then go ahead and hit us up and maybe we'll sell it to you. So originally this car has the brown wood grain, which looks nice. Jirath vinyl wrapped this. It was just like a temporary thing, but we're going to go ahead and take that off just to make it look nice and clean for the new owner. Wow. Thank you, sir. This makes it so much easier. We don't have to pull off like every single panel. Just carefully pull it off and boom, we're done.
Smart.
All clean. And then as you can see, we have some little pieces because when they did the airbag recall on this car, they kind of just didn't care. And so we're going to go ahead and re-glue and fix that up. The one thing that's annoying is these A pillars, or removing any pillars for that case, because they're kind of fragile on the little part right here. Very fragile on this part. But Jirath got that side off, right?
Yeah.
So now that those pieces are off, you have 3 torque screws that you have to, as you can see Jirath doing, and then I'm just going to go ahead and pull this off. So now that it's all cleaned up, let's see how it looks. So we're basically going to do the same thing that we did to that side, and then probably this last one, and that's pretty much it. This is the result. It looks a lot better than it did before, and we just got that side in too. No more flappiness. So just to give you an idea of how the Amazon catch can looks, here it is, baffled oiled catch can. So just to open it up, obviously this is just the empty bottom. This is what the top part looks like. You have the dipstick right here. Probably just gonna get a small rubber O-ring to seal this off right here. I don't know if you can see that. Just put it right here just so there's no leaks. This cup already comes with a rubber seal, which is good. And then here are the fittings. They're not the best of quality, but I mean, they'll work good as long as you don't over tighten them and break them. It does come with the gaskets already, or the O-rings. All the nuts and bolts are included in this bag, including some additional fittings. So this is the rubber tube that it came with. It's literally just like a water hose. It's kind of cheap. So that is probably one of the things that I would upgrade. When we start installing it, you'll kind of see what we keep and what we kind of replace just to make it a little bit better. So we're planning on putting the catch can right here. That's where the majority of most people do it. We're gonna have to take this off. We already took off the cabin air filter, but we're gonna have to take this off and then cut a little bit just so we can, you know, hide it right under this AC line so that we could feed it to here and there. So as I showed earlier, wow. Basically, you don't want any air leaking from any of these components, because that's what's gonna affect it. You'll end up having like a vacuum leak and whatnot. So at least this has an O-ring gasket. We're gonna take, if you have any rubber O-ring, extra O-ring gaskets, we're gonna add it to the dipstick just to make sure, because there's nothing kind of like protecting it in a way. So little extra added stuff just to help. So just go on like that. I don't know if you can see that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, actually we'll add this too. And we're gonna put some anti-seize on these threads just because you can hear it earlier when we were taking it off. Just to give it a little bit of lube, just a little bit around there. Now that we have the holes drilled, we're gonna go ahead and throw these bolts in, and then we can like secure it from the back right here. So once you have your fittings, obviously these aren't the best fittings. You could upgrade them if you want to. But go ahead and put the sealing tape on the threads just so it makes sure it's like a tight seal and there's no like leaks and stuff like that. So once we get that done, this is the upgraded tube that we have. You know, you can get any 5/8, you know, fuel line hose or anything like that to replace, because the hose that does come with it is pretty thin and you want it to be heat resistant and, you know, just be a little more durable. And then what's going to happen is we're going to connect these fittings that go into the intake manifold and whatnot. You know, it's going to go on like this. One side's this way. And obviously we're going to cut this and we're going to fit it to the fitting on the oil catch can. So this is pretty much the end of the install. We have the oil catch can mounted up right here. And then you can see both tubes going in here. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna go ahead and run it for the next 1,000 miles and just see what it collects. So this is Paul's new little daily project car. Here's Paul. What plans do you have for this? Come on, bro.
No.
What are we doing right now?
I'll start. Remove the intake resonator.
Give it a little intake sound. I used to have a TSX. That was like my first car, but it was automatic. But this one's manual. And like the very first thing I did was just remove the intake resonator. And you hear all the induction noises and you hear VTEC a lot more. So it's kind of cool. So we're going to do a little before. This is what it sounds like with the resonator on. And then once we're done, you'll see how it actually is supposed to sound. This is the intake resonator that we pulled out. It has a little bit of weight to it. It's not that big of a deal, but I mean, it's significant enough to make a better sound. And it fit literally just this whole area. Well, that's pretty much it. As you can see, it's pitch black. We had a long day today. We finished all the stuff up for the red wagon. We're just gonna do another detail. Probably just another day. We ended up not doing it today. Do the oil catch can install. We're gonna drive it for another like 1,000 miles or so, or just kind of like check it, and then we'll update you. Whether it's in this video, probably not, but it'll probably be in another video where we let you know, kind of the results of what we're getting with it, or if we end up having any issues with it. And then we did the resonator delete on the TSX, which is kind of random. It's a fun little mod, I guess, that you could do for free. And he has other plans for the car where he's going to do suspension intake. He bought wheels already and whatnot. And surprisingly, he's actually thinking about taking it to the track. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.